We are very much grateful for OSIWA having reposed such confidence in us and advancing such funding to us to embark on such a wonderful project. We hope and continue that this whole project will also be extended to the male, who are very dominant within the problem sector. Having been a victim personally, which informed my decision and the passion to form this organization with like-minded individuals 14 years ago, the perception of greener pasture does not exist in our time. And for which reason, it is fit and proper we engage ourselves with entrepreneurship and other technical-based vocation and practical skills that would improve our lot to live independent lifestyle.
All these years, we have helped in the fight against irregular migration and human trafficking and smuggling. And I must say that we have chalked some successes. It hasn't come easy. We have collaborated with other government agencies. If you have any problem, like they said earlier, if anybody tries to tell you to travel out of this country, you can easily walk to any Ghana Immigration Service office and you'll be given any kind of information that you need. So you are all welcome to seek information from us. If anybody tries to lure you to travel irregularly, we have a lady here, Alberta. Her office deals with that. You can report and this problem will be solved. We are also happy that there's this initiative to give you skills so that you can make it in Ghana and not travel. So briefly, I would say that we are all here to help you, and it's a laudable, project, which we will all support.
You smell a lot. Please, can you take yourself from here? Like many things, yeah. You are garbage. Are you human being? Blacks are human being. They don't respect the blacks. But they don't respect the black. Because of work inside your coho. Binum Sulabanis binim bebre, Macolaban on sopping. The same situation. Girl be an old girl no ye. I might didn't share bridge I see. Phone go see you. Bet what bridge I see. Be a who here. Even Cramona, someone fan to social media will be I am fan to social media. So this person have died. I saw on bet what to bridge I see. A lot of like a man for a form, a same. And you be brave, like going to be in car.
And there is quiet, but Canada there actual. Now could do me say me corner. Me could do airport why you did me right inside. They took my document from me. I'm found mommy until you have family coffee. Now that month, first month to 2 months moody, not me for mupa, madam no peso be home. Na mi wo kitchen na ni kunu ba ese mi free ho na mi ya adwuma no kra na edu mi time ese me na na o ma me na metna wo sa kodu time mo beda no na nya easy by ye to me ko ya na me mani ya de obo me amebo nti madam no bo me ame so me bo no na mo ye complain na mo be fa me o mo kwato me ma obi foforo nti nipa na me ko no ho de na eye kama na o ye good by na me buy na busianfo edimisika 1000 kra ya giant to me ho nti me buy me ya madwun se mesako me kwa ya che me wo kwa mu se o mama me nko me ba mfiti asane de na enye easy me fam o ya mu pa ade ya ko wakwa ko wurati timu a wa ba ya sa di usika na enye easy nti yesra mo se mama sa kwa ngia ne se mo be boa no mo boa na ye nko ya chi biem a ye be ka Ghana
trafficking ye say bia ye de efi obi ye recruitment oboabo amano na we yi mu efi Ghana akodu baby mo documentation and all those things. That is, we call it the recruitment, transportation, harboring and all those things. Na ebanesana eya na eyedin meka say 2017 no Ministry of Employment and Labor edin sato so say emobia ayenko, but people decided to go by using unapproved routes. 2017, your statistics in Kwan for Ima, your stop wo borders across Ghana, 178. Na ebimuti ha ene omoka ye ho omonim de America no, so they know they know say when it comes to creating of awareness, any niyama immigration ye as trafficking unit no, ye ni omofa niyama bebre mu, but eto de bia asmoden ena eya a problem because obe explain bibia at show the challenges and all that they will go through, but yes still atona sum say eya kwantuo na no pese okono bibia ni ho a obeka obeti asie but omokwa na omoko hu de ewo ho na afi de omo frese madam pacho begiyin ebi tiye ye yetumi gi omo edeba ebi soso yensan kompo omo a yetumi ede omo ba no. I think say some of them are here because you feel say this project will help them to build their skills up, because some of them when they are traveling no utumi ton ne ho ne amanyina into intercept no border no so kra obi say madam aton me ho ne amanyina ma pe fie den na me ba bedi den na me ba be, because even the skills that they have as dressmaking and all that no, they give up everything, they sell them out, and then they sika kakra wodo ho no and also so na asa, but they end up coming back with nothing. Because when it comes to trafficking, the purpose is for exploitation. It can be sexual exploitation, it can be labor exploitation. In Timinuama, I think say more and then take the project serious and then learn something out of it. In the end, it can be something greater in your life. Life is not only about traveling. Traveling out there, it is not all that's rosy, because it says that all that glitters is not gold. So I will encourage you to build yourself up into something, have a role model, and look up to the people.
I think that hearing some of these horrific stories from returnees, it's always heartbreaking for me as an individual. And recently, I had to meet a young lady who is a returnee and having that need to be settled. And there was one thing that she consistently said that almost always drives me to tears. She says she fell down from a 2-story building in Saudi Arabia. And when she fell down, she hit her back on the floor. And since then, she's 26 now. Since then, she finds it very difficult to sit for a long time or to even walk for a long time without assistance. But she said one thing. She said, I thank God I'm alive. I can pick up the pieces together from wherever it is, and I can make a life. I just need help. And for me, like I said, consistency, she says that it brings me to tears. But that is the horrific tale of the things some of our young people are going through in the name of looking for greener pastures or for a bright future. And so, as an individual, I think that technical and vocational skills is the way to go. The world all over is looking for solutions, people who can bring solutions. Imagine your car breaking down on the motorway and the mechanic comes in and fixes that car for you. What happens to you? Instantly, you are happy. People who have technical skills, in my knowledge or in my opinion, are the most powerful people on this earth. The first thing I will tell you as young people, which I took time to write, is don't waste the resources that are going to be invested in you. So whatever training you get, please don't waste it. 2, take advantage of the human resources around you. I heard the CEO saying that there are counselors that they are putting at your advantage. So take advantage of these resources. Make use of them. If you experience a roadblock, please go to them. The ministry is also there as a human trafficking secretariat to help you in some of your psychosocial support, because we have 4 counselors, 4 clinical psychologists at a unit who are willing to offer such services to you. So please take advantage of that. Thirdly, I'll encourage you to build a social support network, because the desire to go back, I'm sure that if I should do a survey here right now, I'll find some of you who still want to go back because you think that the world is brighter out there. Please build a social support network among yourselves. Encourage yourselves. If you learn the skills, be a referral point for your other colleagues. Tell them, oh, I have a sister who can paint very well. I have a sister who can do carpentry. I have a sister who is very good at bakery and would help you do this or that. So build that network that helps you depend on each other. Finally, don't look down on yourself. The fact that you were trafficked, you've had horrific experiences, and you are back, and sometimes you see your colleagues far ahead of you, doesn't mean that you are below them. Please, you still have a life. Tell yourself, I still have a life.
If we have our young ladies going out of this country and they are going to be abused, it's not the best way. So what government is saying is that migration shouldn't happen in the first place. Let's take somebody like Constance Swanika, who has DTI, the Design Technology Institute. She is a welder, basically a welder, okay? And she has employed a lot of men to work for her, and now she has established an institution that is training more welders. And not only that, she's been able to get sponsorship or projects that are millions of dollars. Do you think this lady will go through this migration thing? No. So what government is doing is to make sure that our technical and vocational education system is restructured so it can support everybody to be able to acquire skills. When you have the skills and the need comes that you have to travel, because definitely a time will come some of us will have to travel. It will interest you to know that anytime the females get into the male-dominated skill areas, they perform exceptionally well, better, and beyond understanding. So all that we need to do is to get our system to encourage them and to give them the confidence. So that is why we are going through the TVET transformation agenda to repackage skill training so that you can appreciate the reason why you should go into skill training.
A very big honor on my behalf and on behalf of Dr. Fred Asamoah to be called here to help in the launching of this program. Having heard so much, it's a privilege that we should be playing a role in trying to eradicate, if not completely, but to lessen the effects of what we have had today. So please kindly allow me to cut this to signify the launch of this project. The media launching of OSIWA-funded reintegration project dubbed Support the Female Migrant, Domestic Workers, Resilience and Social Protection, Pre and Post-COVID-19 Pandemic. The theme is curbing irregular migration via technical, vocational education and training, TVET, and advocacy. I would like to start by saying how grateful we should be to OSIWA-funded projects. What we have heard today from TVET, the director, and what we have heard from Amoa, and what we have heard from GIS, what we have heard from all other representatives, the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, and the Migration Service. It's an indication of the fact that we have institutions here that are capable of dealing with these problems and are working very hard to do it. I know how hard IOM has been collaborating with other government agencies to also help in dealing with this problem. And I am particularly excited that we are actually making an effort as people, as government, through our institutions like TVET, to really even stop people from embarking on this hazardous journey. I want to give myself as an example. I believe after university, when I did my national service, whilst I was at home, I started charcoal burning. I was actually Namishibidi in clear terms. And to some extent, I was doing very well until I had to move on to other things. But even when I went to live outside, throughout the time that I was there, having taken time to do other things like masters, etc., I really felt what would have helped me if I had come back to Ghana the way I wanted it would have been if I had learned in some of the colleges in the UK the way to how to do bricklaying and plastering. It was something that I always had on my mind that this is what I need to do. And I can imagine if I had done it, the experience and the opportunities that I would have given myself here would have been enormous as somebody, literate enough to be doing that kind of work. So please, it's not too late. I mean, take up the opportunities that are being offered by TVET and all the institutions that are available to you to do something here, to get yourself supported. You don't have to, like she said, if there should be a survey right now, I believe some of you would be looking to go back. The lady was speaking and she said, oh, I've traveled several times because I believe she went and she went again. Please don't put yourself in that situation. Even though things are hard here, we are working hard to make sure that it is also meaningful here. And please, please take up the opportunities that are available here.
Subscribe now.